Dearest higher self, I ask for your assistance now. Please go through our body, our mind, our beliefs, our home, our place of work, our transportation, and clear out all negativity, negative energies, including stored traumas, fear, worry, doubt, jealousy, anger, harm, judgment, mistrust, betrayal, and criticism. Fill the voids with absolute love, joy, and happiness. So it is, so it is, so it is. Greetings, beloved multiversal familia, and welcome back to this channel. Thank you so very much for tuning in whenever you tune in, from wherever you tune in. This day, however, is very specific. It is the last Friday in December, which means it's also the last Friday of 2024. So I have sitting before me a few pre-chosen decks to get this message rolling for us. Making sure that the devices around me are on silent. Here we go. Because it is the day it is, we're going to take the number of the month of December, which is 12, and add it to a 3. With our first deck, we are going to ethically shuffle 3 cards from the Mystical Shaman Oracle Pocket Edition. Three cards to get the flow of these messages going. Since the number 12 adds to a 3, and then we will move along from there as we feel whatever is placed on my heart at that time. Okay, here we go. 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. I sincerely hope that everyone had a blessed holiday or festivities, whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere. It isn't any big secret. There has been some major shifts in the collective energy. And for the most part, it's not so bad. Everybody's in the flow. Water is life. Everybody's in the flow. Okay, here we go. 3 cards. We have the Beauty Way to begin with. The Beauty Way. Which is not just a belief system, it's a lifestyle. The Beauty Way. Ooh. And I see a beautiful dragonfly, as well as the Fibonacci sequence of the shell. But I'm also seeing, whoa, looking at it from a different angle, it looked like an iguana or some other kind of reptile. And what it was giving me was like regeneration. So transformation through regeneration. So it's not about necessarily anything that you need to give up, per se. Something that is either in the need of replenishing or some hidden archetype attribute that needs to be brought to the surface, a hidden attribute, a hidden attribute. And something that is going to improve your lifestyle, your spiritual, your soul's journey. If I could just spit it out. Let's take a look what the book has to say here. Yes, it is both a path you travel on and a daily practice. This is the path I choose, and you don't have to agree or do the same. You are still appreciated and loved. The beauty way, the path where you choose to perceive only beauty before you, behind you, and all around you as you journey through life. This practice is where you take action to bring beauty to every situation you are in. When things get ugly, you act to bring integrity and peace to the difficult encounter. When everyone else perceives only darkness, you point out the light and help uncover the hidden treasures. Yes, see what I was saying about the hidden attributes? But I'm seeing this as not just, don't just make it all about you at the same time. Bringing out the best of you, but also shining some light on the positive and bringing out the best in others as well. Yes. So I'm going to stop reading from the essence there. Well, that is the end of the essence. So anyway, I'm also feeling moved to read bits of the invitation. It invites you to create beauty in your life and to recognize the beauty inside yourself and in others. See the beauty in whatever situation you find yourself in and receive the lesson that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. Beautiful. The next card we have is the Council, but this one is in reverse. So we will be only reading from the medicine on this card. A little bit of medicine coming in for the collective. A little bit of healing. Teachable moments pertaining to healing, which actually will be coming in soon. 11:11 on the timer. Yes. Make a wish. The Council in reverse. Intuitively, I'm getting that this is like, oh my gosh, and it's number 11. It was the 11th card at 11:11. Sync. Okay, well, yes. And so, intuitively, I'm getting knowing when to lead and knowing when to be led. This kind of falls in alignment with what I was speaking on in yesterday's video about situational leadership and knowing when to be the troubleshooter and knowing when to be the listener. Listening with our ears, but also our eyes, our heart. And now I'm feeling guided to add, and all of our clairs. Oh, my earbud just popped out of my ear. Isn't that funny? So that's confirmation to move along with the message, the council, and the number 11, the medicine. You are never alone. Turn to the council to find the guidance you seek and listen to the voice that arises spontaneously. Turn a deaf ear to that nagging voice from your ego that tells you that you are not up for the task before you. Create a spiritual feast for the council. Invite them to your altar every time you meditate or pray. Well, in the very beginning of this video, that's exactly what we did. Calling upon our higher selves to assist us. In my case, as I do this message for us, more particularly for you, yes, I invited higher selves, other selves to the table, but do know that this space is constantly being cleared, more as a preventative, not because I'm picking up on anything necessarily that needs to be cleared, but more of a preventative to keep that negative voltage out. Yes. only that of the love of Source, myself, my other selves, loved ones, and those who are of the willfully good may dwell here. Always. And so it is. Wow. So that was an interesting message from the council, both intuitively and from the book. Simple but sweet medicine. Somebody put a spoonful of sugar in that medicine, like Mary Poppins. I love Mary Poppins. So, moving along, we now have Thunder. And instead of giving tower moment type of feels like it usually is kind of meant to be in alignment with, what I have been getting from this card lately is balancing the root and the sacral meridian and the solar plexus, all three. If you look closely in this image, all of the colors of the rainbow are in this card. You know what? I'm going to do you one better than that, and we are going to adjust the lighting just for a moment. I'm going to actually turn on the overhead light so you can see the colors, and then we will get back to this. So, all the colors of the rainbow are in this card. So this is giving that all the other energy wheels are going to be a bit muddled, or have been a bit muddled. But we've been clearing the debris. A revelation that clears the debris. Just like with the tower, there is more than one energy and meaning assigned to that card, as well as this one when it's read similarly. So you have been clearing the debris, doing a little bit more fine tuning of those energy wheels, those meridians, more particularly the lower chakras, the lower meridians, so that when the higher meridians and you will know because you'll start getting different signs that I don't want to really speak too deeply on. You'll start getting signs that you will just know what they mean when it's time for that work to be done within, so that what is falling for us, yeah, what is falling for us is meant to meet somewhere in here in the heart center. And in order for everything to come together and then create that, what I like to refer to as the energy donut, that torus, that when it's in momentum, full momentum. It looks like a donut that's like pouring out of itself and then back into itself. It's pretty interesting. So clearing the debris so that all of the energy wheels can be ping, 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 fully lit. And you will feel it like, well, perhaps this is a subjective statement. I know that when I'm in full alignment and I'm fully lit, which isn't all the time, and don't let others try to convince you of that either, because look, everybody has multiple awakenings, multiple waning and waxing moments, highs, lows, whatever. We live in a polarized space. So that's to be expected. 2112 on the timer. That would make a good angel number. But nevertheless, clearing the debris. Clearing the debris. And as a result, we have some love coming in, as well as some healing, some teachable moments and insights about love, teachable moments and insights pertaining to nourishment, healing. All right, so let's take a look at this angel number. Give me just a second here. New beginnings and the importance of finding balance in your life, particularly in your relationships and personal goals. Well, interestingly enough, relationships with the red, with the root, personal goals with the solar and the sacral, which when I look at this, sometimes I get one, sometimes I get other, because there's a blend of the orange and the yellow in this particular sphere. So what that means to me is that there's a little something going on in between the root and the sacral. Something going on between the root and the sacral meridians, involving relationships, but also how we see ourselves and our soul's journey, our path that involves setting milestones and setting goals, but also to some degree still just kind of going with the flow, not even kind of, but going with the flow of things. And the path has been cleared for us. The beauty way, which is, as you can tell by all the overgrowth in the background, is most certainly that path less traveled. 10 out of 10, I highly recommend. So, life love. Let's get into love. So we are on the 27th day of December. So 7 and 2 is 9. So we're going to shuffle out 9 cards from this deck. Oh, I can't really do it this way because then I can read what they are, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to go with this one. Oops. And apparently this card wants to make itself known in a little bit, so we're going to make it happen up in here, up in here. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of hard to shuffle these and not look at them because both sides have messages. 6. There's messages in the images, and then there's, words. Word. 7, 8. Feeling guided to bring in a little violet. 9. And here we go, beloved. Multiversal Familia. Saving that one. That one. That one. That one has a lot of violet in it. All right, so here we go. We're going to begin with the red and the orange and proceed from there because that is the energy wheel areas. Oh, look, interestingly enough, the energy wheel colors, the colors in these energy wheels also show up in the beauty way. But in this image, the higher meridians, the upper meridians are illuminated. So going from this to this, like reverse engineering, but knowing when to lead and knowing when to listen. Not just with our ears. Here we go. This one has the most red. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. Interestingly enough, before I started reading the cards that I drew from this deck, we took a peek at the bottom with the water, and I said something about going with the flow. Water is life. Now we have the tree of life showing itself. The beauty way, but this is also giving me, like, if you were to, like, blur your eyes, which is hard to do, the flower looks like flames. Even from a distance, it kind of resembles flames. So it's giving me totally like creation vibes here with the water and the fire within each and every one of us. That spark, but we are also like, we are majority water when we are, in our most optimal condition. So, yes, there's that. And then this one is also giving me like Phoenix vibes. See the image? It looks like there's fire in the background. It's an illuminated dove. And it is absolutely. I was just reading the picture and saying, oh, it's giving me like Phoenix vibes, like rebirth. New beginnings. A rebirth. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Sing. Now I'm feeling the need to shift these cards and turn them in your direction. And then I'll just go back that way. But before we do all that, I need to readjust the lighting again. So hold on. All right. Bringing in a little rainbow fluorite for you as well. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember, love is the greatest healer. And see, now there's still the orange and yellow in the background, but the blue and the indigo and the violet are shining down on them in a shape that resembles an angel, well, somewhat of a abstract depiction of an angel. I'd honestly rather see it done this way than to try to make them look like us. I find that redundant. This is giving higher selves and an angelic bandwidth. Letting the collective know that the imbalances with the root as well as the solar and the sacral is being restored because of that debris we've been clearing. Yay! And then, interestingly enough, hold on. Hold on, hold on. She looks a little cold, so we're covering her up. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. And boy, don't we know, like the superficial aspects of the festivities that have been going on. There's that pressure to chase the Joneses and the Smiths and buy, 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 and everybody gets a gift, and, give, 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 and then remember to give back to yourself as well. So, with me placing it below the council in reverse, it's giving me even more so like, oop, crap, hold on. It's giving even more so like, clearly we have the ability to be givers. How seasoned are we at being a receiver of that TLC? Moving along, here we go. With this one first, beautiful indigo rose. Reflection. There's a lot of violet in this image as well. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So back to life, back to reality. And the reality is you need some you time as well. The holiday festivities, we can create joy and happiness and have gratitude and appreciation, but they're also exhausting. Let's just keep it a buck here. They're also exhausting AF. Time to replenish. Time to replenish. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Yeah, you already know. It's time for some downtime and some me time. See the beautiful purple, violet, purple and violet are in this image. These butterflies are super cute. Super, super cute. You see that light in her brow region? Mm-hmm. That is a clear sign that balance most certainly is. This is confirmation of this balance being restored. Her third eye meridian is lit. And if you look carefully, her throat area is covered by a flower. So it's giving me like protect your throat meridian, protect your throat, protect your voice. because there's going to be a lot more use of that voice and harmonization being in this type of alignment. And I'm really loving this for the collective. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Interestingly enough, that, beloveds, is the key. A key of several keys. Several assignments that require being met in order to clear that debris. And of course, when we first hear assignment, we think, oh, like it's something that's going to be so drawn out and difficult and hard to do and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And in all actuality, it, it, this assignment can be achieved, mission accomplished, not so much mission because it's the mission is the long haul, but the assignments can show up in many different ways, shapes, and forms. It can be something very brief, something as simple as changing your mind about something. But of course, it has to be sincere or it's ineffective. You can't BS yourself and your higher selves and source, okay? So it has to be sincere. We'll just put it that way. All right. Yes, it has to be sincere. And looky, his brow meridian is liddy, highly decorated, well seasoned, third eye, highly intuitive. Highly intuitive. This was not their first rodeo, nor was it yours. Beautiful. They have a violet headdress, but they also have violet eyes. Extremely rare to have violet eyes, by the way. Ever changing eyes, mood eyes. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. This image reminds me of when I was in high school. Sometime around 1996. This was me and the one who got away. But back to life, back to reality. Here we are. Ooh. And we even have that beautiful, like, soft pink. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. This is a realization we are having as we do what? Clear the debris. And the medicine was tuning into our higher selves. Knowing when to listen also means knowing when to listen to our guides, our other selves from within, not just what we perceive to be external by having conversations with others and, listening to their stories and hearing them out, and perhaps even opening up more opportunities for integration by way of learning through others' experiences as well as our own experiences. It's giving me totally like balancing the scales all the way across the board here. All right, and 2024 adds to 8. So we're going to get 8 cards from this. We'll just call it our Nourishment deck. 8 messages of nourishment to go along with this replenishment and regeneration after clearing the debris, this rebirth. Okay, let's just see what we have here. One more. Okay, so with this particular card being guided to switch up our GPs, our healthcare connections. Some of you may have even just got news. You may have just received news, especially with this information about passing coming out, of a practitioner who passed away. So now you are being guided to be open to second opinions, which to me translates to being open to trusting other healthcare professionals. And of course, disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. I am not a doctor. This is not a diagnosis, nor is this a prescription, nor is it a prognosis. Bars. I am simply the messenger, sharing healing and nourishment oriented insights, as well as little golden nuggets and teachable moments. And hydration. Is important. It's just been over here chilling behind the scenes the entire time since the very beginning. I need to really wrap this up. 7:47 a.m. Eastern Time, where I am. Hydration. We're going to leave that facing up because something that was behind the scenes that has been made known is open for discussion. And we have the Yes card. Trust your feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. Yes, confirmation about trusting your intuitions more, and you have. And where is it now? Well seasoned, I must say, at that. Sobriety. Thank you for adjusting our cravings in healthful directions so that we can only desire life affirming foods and beverages. Ask your body for a message. Please help me hear your messages. Please guide me in honoring and respecting my body's needs. Helping others, helping ourselves and others, help our children. Use your natural healing abilities. Thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, and supporting my healing work. Yes. Thank you, thank you. And detoxification. Thank you for cleaning up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals. All right, so now we are going to read about this water card as our closing message. 61. When water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions, know they are going to be changeable, and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, feel that fully. Allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust you can ride the wave of the opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here. Go with it. And I'm feeling guided to close with the medicine. This is a time for cleansing unwanted energy and sticky feelings. Consider this what water does to the flesh, it does in sacred ritual to the spirit. The spiritual cleansing, like baptism, is the opportunity to get an instantaneous experience of the timeless, non ordinary reality in which all true creation takes place. This is not me telling you to go practice that baptism ritual at all. Do as thine will and harm none upon your own free will. Either way, there are multiple modalities, instruments, and tools for cleansing. Now is also a time that is pregnant with potential for you. Carl Jung talked about the maternal, womb-like significance of water as a universal symbol. Water represents the potentiality of existence. So does fire. It precedes and sustains. Crap, hold on. It precedes and sustains. Excuse me. every creation. Emergence from it is manifestation. Immersion in it is dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. And I was saying that when holding it in this manner, at a quick glance, it resembles a iguana or something that, like, if an iguana was to lose its tail, it would regenerate its tail. That type of regeneration as well. But this is symbolic. This is on every level: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual regeneration. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not your real dad. I'm not telling you what to do, but it may be of some benefit if you pop on some 528 hertz frequency. Maybe even throw in some beach waves. And I'm not talking about that kind. That's natural. I'm talking about another kind of natural beach waves created by the water. Or maybe you like the sound of waterfalls or the rain. Either way, nature sounds, or even get out and in nature near waterfalls, near the waves. And if that's not possible for you, oh my goodness, there are sound machines, there's all sorts of things. I'm under a UV light right now because we get very little sun here during this time of year. So I'm sitting here regenerating the best way I know how with the means that I have. Sitting in my divine feminine energy, which I believe that all feminines are divine, all masculines are divine. There is no way around it. We are all sacred. We are all holy. We are all one. You don't have to agree with me. We can show one another respect and be kind and courteous when communicating and just agree to disagree on some things. I'm going to say the last couple of lines that I read again. It precedes and sustains every creation. Emergence from it is manifestation. Immersion in it is dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. Make way for the process. You can expect it to be messy, but worth it. And beloveds, that is our message. I said yesterday, I feel a new mission coming in. No less than a handful of new assignments. And it's all good. Everything is coming together for us just as it should. I love you. Stay beautiful. Thank you so very much for tuning in. With much gratitude and appreciation, brightest blessings.